Yesterday's Marlboro Challenge, and now we're ready for our live coverage of the champion Spark Plug 300-kilometer run. It's the final race in the IndyCar season. The kart season has been one of contact and confrontation. It started at Long Beach, where Mario Andretti was fighting with Al Unser Jr. for the lead of the race. Little Al went on to take the win. With 4 miles left at Indianapolis, Little Al and Emerson Fittipaldi fought for the lead. It was worth $1 million for Emo. On the streets of Detroit, Fittipaldi and Mario Andretti tangled on the very first corner, but both were able to continue on. Then, locked again as Fittipaldi fought his way back through the field. Emo would go on to score the win. Now, Fittipaldi was on a hot streak. At Portland, Scott Pruitt was locked in a battle with Al Unser Jr. With no serious damage to either car, Little Al would restart and continue his fight. In a driving rain at the Meadowlands, Fittipaldi and Bobby Rahal in a battle for the lead. Rahal would take this one, the former IndyCar champion's only win this year. At Toronto, Mario Andretti, trying to pass Teo Fabi, ripped into Roberto Guerrero's parked Alfa. Thankfully, Mario was not injured. In the closing laps, Michael Andretti pushed Fittipaldi aside and took the victory. During the qualifying at Mid-Ohio, Teo Fabi was caught up by Fabrizio Barbazza, cutting the rear suspension off of Teo's car and sending him out of control and nearly head-on into Scott Pruitt. But Teo would come back to take the victory, a first for Porsche in the IndyCars. At Elkhart Lake, Danny Sullivan would use the racetrack and a little more to get past Michael Andretti on the last lap as Michael ran out of fuel. Sullivan went on past and picked up the checkered flag, his second win of the 1989 season. At Nazareth, the championship fight was between Mears and Fittipaldi. Mears ripped a hose loose on his last stop, giving the race and the IndyCar championship to Emerson Fittipaldi. The IndyCars and their drivers are ready for the final run of 1989. It's been a long road, rough and tumble. The emphasis today shifts from a points fight to an old-fashioned shootout for the bragging rights of being the season's last winner. Cars that need not race again are today driven by men with something to prove. ESPN, celebrating 10 years as the world's leader in motorsports television, presents Speed World. Well, they cover the hillside and line the circuit. Race fans over 65,000 strong, ready to hear the command for the last time of the 1989 season. And here it is.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Begins to build for the last time in this 1989 racing season. Danny Sullivan of the Penske stable sits ready to go. His teammate Rick Mears just across the way. The engines fired, started, and looking forward to a start. On board with Al Unser Jr. Teo Fabi stares ahead, contemplating his run here at Laguna Seca. 300 kilometers lie ahead, and the IndyCars are set to go racing. Rick Mears sits poised and ready to go. The kart champion Spark Plug 300 is today brought to you by Quaker State Motor Oil. The big Q stands for quality. Always has, always will. By Norelco Lift and Cut Shavers. We made close comfortable. By